Hello, everybody. Chris Wood here, September 17th or 27th. Kingwood Media, Police Crimes Report. I was just on a few minutes ago. It is approximately 9 a.m., and I was just on a few minutes ago, and my feed got cut off. I am a 6 year revenge retaliation, full physical identity theft victim, compliments of very seriously dangerous police. Serious brain injuring, body mutilations, kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest, arrest refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups, extortion, medical file falsifications for treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting, assuring I get no help with any crimes against me. I have been through 100% proven, provable, full physical identity theft and identity changes done to me. I have been brain split, serious skull deforming, under forced confinement, death threats to my family members as well. Ontario Provincial Police and other cops who need arresting and charging. I have been going through this for 6 years because of me speaking of police crimes, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, and money laundering out of a place called the Morning Star Mission in Napanee, Ontario. August 6, 2019, on the corner of Center and Bridge Street, Highway 41 in Napanee, Ontario. Ex-chief or commander, he went by driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. I was at a previous address. He waved at me. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. They pointed something. They shot it, and it went into my right ear. That same black truck has been around a lot lately around me. And as a matter of fact, as of last night, I was actually shot with something again, which I believe was CEW, an energy weapon. I go through daily piss and shit torture on a daily basis to completely and totally numb me down. I have holes in my skull. I have tubes in my fucking head now. I have a balloon or something that restricts my skull. I never previously had any surgeries and I never previously had any of that inside me. All of this started to happen after I was shot. Then the medical blacklisting, the lies, the cover ups, the false arrest, extortion, turning their crimes, provable crimes, back onto me to prevent anything legal against them for the crimes they are guilty of. I am also the end of my bloodline as well. Ex-chief or commander, he is guilty of first-degree attempted homicide with intent to commit through having me shot August 6, 2019, whether in Napanee or not. Any of these people, whether they have transferred or not, are still guilty, plus the lies, the time buying, in hopes of deniability, are still guilty. Staff Sergeants, years 2019, 2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner. Christine Schultz, Spencer Mills, 14716, Robert Kane, 7224. They are also guilty of having my mother stalked, tortured, and her life taken December 20th, 2020, and two of my dogs tortured and their lives taken. I am going through full physical identity theft. Families are murdered and missing when people disappear. It is the police involved crimes. It is criminal doctors, and it is very serious low-life junkie accomplices who cannot be arrested or touched. Blair Hardy Kane and Bill Wooldridge, a guy known as Bill Wooldridge, are guilty of first degree stalking, torturing, and causing my mother's death December 20th, 2020 through Spencer Mills 14716 and Stacy Kingston AMHS. The one known as Bill Wooldridge has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Maven, Robert Cross. Blair Hardy Kane or he has bald glasses and lives behind the law office in a duplex or was on Center and Bridge Street. Blair Hardy Kane, alleged OPP supervisor. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of rapes, financial thefts and frauds, bank thefts and frauds, attempted welfare fraud using my address and no association with him in any way, shape, or form. He's guilty of stalking, torture, my identity theft, 100% provable. Tyler Lake, who happens to be the lover boyfriend to OPP drug cop Robert Kane. He is guilty of arson attempts, throwing blood on a previous address, stabbing threats, my identity theft, brain injuring me, torture crimes, and also killing my dog with Raymond LeBlanc, a child groomer, a gang stalker, a meth trafficker. Jason Van Alstyne, he is guilty of first degree premeditated attempted homicide against me with the intent to commit identity and disability fraud. He is a crackhead. He is guilty of 6 years torture crimes against me, stalking as well, and 100% provable. He is a stroke victim, but still very much involved and guilty and provable. Bert Hustler, he used to date my wife after we separated. He is a schizophrenic, a crackhead, meth head, a pillhead. He is in a permanent psychosis, thinks that I am Maggie, thinks that I am, or thinks that he used to play hockey for the Philadelphia Flyers and the Hartford Whalers. He is guilty of torture crimes against me, slavery, brain injury me, and attempted homicide, all with him for OPP. My cousin Harry Hartwick, Dale Hartwick, who personally told me he was involved with this before he realized what he had said and done. He is guilty of torture crimes against me as well, and attempted homicide with the intent to commit for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend, Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns. There is also a Robert Hanna, an Edward Alex Robichaux, and there is others who are involved, but right now I cannot mention due to serious death threats against me, to serious death threats against my wife, and death threats against my nephew. Forced confinement, limited to no freedom of movement, obstructions, intimidations, and more. Gag orders to prevent me help improve. When police are committing their tortures and they are killing people, they are assuring that they are getting away with it. My medical rights, my legal rights, my human rights have been taken. Anything more happens to me on this day because I have no rights, because there is nothing I can do about what has happened. Going to a hospital is already too late. Damage is done, time's bought, and I am making this a mass homicide for the simple reason is I am the end of my bloodline. And with all my rights being taken away and being tortured, provably through piss and shit to numb me down on a daily basis, plus tubes in my head that I never previously had, just like a certain other person, I am an intended homicide victim that everybody intends to get away with. And that's a fact. Once again, nobody can be arrested or charged without $22,000. I have 100% proof of me trying to get it done over the course of 6 years, and then me going through 100% provable physical identity theft and changes done to me. How they are framing victims using junkies, using dangerous offenders, and then committing physical identity thefts to frame and fuck victims over. I was actually sold also for the price of a welfare check, $740 for this identity theft. I am being numbed down in hopes to forget about this. I am being numbed down in hopes that this all goes away and everybody gets away with what they are guilty of. And in the meantime, I am being the one tortured. I am being the one that's the intended homicide victim. My brain has been split mid brain. I get once again piss and shit going through my central nervous system and my lymphatic system and my brain. So serious damage is being done to me. When I eat, my food goes to the right side of my body. I am being seriously rotted and decayed from the inside out. And it could be all medically proven. Unfortunately, because I am a victim of the police, I do not have that right. Be safe, everybody. And once again, these cops need to be arrested and charged, but they have no accountability and they have no laws above them. And they certainly have no care or concern for life, along with their doctors and the junkie lowlives that they cannot arrest and touch without $22,000. Why? Because they are accomplices and they can implicate every cop and everybody else involved that they are committing their crimes for. Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, I also want her arrested and charged for first degree premeditated attempted homicide with the intent to commit through her file falsifications, treatment refusals, discrimination for the blacklisting that I have been through, assuring I get no medical help or medical proof as to what was shot into me or internal damages done to me. She is the one assured this against me, including having me falsely charged to turn their crimes around against me, also in an attempt to give me a criminal record not previously had, no criminal record or history, no association with any AMHS or nut wards or anyone else at mental health. Had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to being shot. I was actually mentally and physically starting to do good for myself. I was getting myself healthy. I was getting myself better. I was helping myself. I was helping others. I was starting to do good. I did have an IQ of 150. It's probably, and I'm being numbed down and to be turned into a fucking vegetable on a daily basis. And for anybody that may have tuned in on my last live feed, I apologize for it getting cut off. I have Pegasus being used on my phone and computer to shadow broadcast in the background and to block out a lot of my videos because it involves police and very serious crimes and accomplices. Check out my other videos to see 100% proof. And once again, to everybody that may have tuned in earlier, I was doing my live feed and conveniently it was cut every time I try to go live. This seems to be the only way I can get my videos out. Anything more happens to me because of me wanting arresting and charging, it's going to be more revenge retaliation to finish this.